Well, hello, and welcome to the first Dapple Doctor Who vlog. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you very, very much to everyone that supported the series thus far. Of course, it was meant to be a children's series. That was the idea, that it would largely appeal to children. But what I'm going to do on these vlogs very quickly is I'm going to answer some questions that were posed to me by the guys on the Pro Boards forum. If you're not a member of the forum and you are a subscriber, please do take the time to join the forum. It's absolutely fantastic. And once again, just a few call outs or name checks. I would really like to thank all the writers on the series thus far. Justin Parsons, Aaron, Peter, Billy, and I'm sure there's somebody I've left out, but thank you so much for writing for the series. We have an excellent series 3 coming. So let's look at the first question that we've been sent on the forum. The fantastic sets you've been made for the series. Well, the sets are largely for series 3. The sets are specifically made, and the one big set, of course, is the TARDIS set, which is changing for series 3. I'm not going to give too much away or how that happens, but it does happen in a rather interesting and unique way, I think. The TARDIS set was specifically built back in 2005 for the Dapple series. That's all I can tell you about that, really. The rest of the sets are made up of bits and pieces, but I think for Series 3 they will be deliberately made. We're putting certainly a lot more effort into Series 3 than we did do in any of the previous two in terms of the sets. What are all the different accents and impressions you do? Well, I could do lots of impressions and lots of different things. I mean, Sylvester was very natural to my way of speaking, so but I think I'll be sticking with Sylvester for now. What can I tell you about the upcoming Planetary Productions movies? Well, we've got a couple more movies. Both have been finished and written, and if you want to check that out, go to planetaryproductions.co.uk to see how you can get involved if you live in the UK, of course. Which Series 3 episode has the most elaborate sets? There's 2 or 3 big sets for Series 3, and that's all I'm going to say at this stage. Who do I think River Song is? I have no idea. As some of you may or may not be aware, I'm not a big fan of the latest incarnation of Doctor Who. I just think the story's been very weak, and I think Matt Smith has been very weak, but that's my personal opinion. So I don't know who River Song is, and I'm not really that interested. You mentioned that you wouldn't reveal any more Series 3 episode titles at this point because they may subject to change. Have any of those episodes had a title change, and if so, what were their previous names? Yes. I can answer that. There have been some episode changes, name changes. One of them was called The Universal Hunger, which is the current title, and I am going to change that. But apart from that, I think I did have one called Attack of the Autons at one point, which was a brilliant pitch of a story that I never took up. So that's all I think I can say about that. If you were a Doctor Who monster, which would you be? I'd like to be a Zygon. Because I love the idea that they can morph into other things, so you wouldn't be stuck as one thing. So probably a Zygon. If you do, and we hope you do, continue to do Dapple Doctor Who after Series 3, do you have any idea in mind what you might do for Series 4? No, is the early answer to this. Series 3 is the combination of the first 2 series. So if you've been watching carefully, you'll be getting little hints as what's to come in Series 3. And all I will say about Series 3 at this stage is that the first episode, Prediction of the Seer, has possibly the most adventurous opening we've tried. The first sort of minute or 2 is fantastic. We've put together a really nice CGI package for it, and I think it's terrific. It's certainly, I mean, Series 3's opener, Prediction of the Seer, doesn't hang about. It thwams you back into the story, back into the season. And and we also get a slightly different spin on the companions. I hope some of you were surprised by Domino being the master. And also, as it's the 24th of January, I'd like to say happy birthday to the DrWho Doctor Who site, and I hope that you'll post more questions for me on the vlog. Feel free to ask about whatever you like, whether it's my time on the Doctor Who DVDs. And yes, for those of you who are eagle-eyed, yes, this is Sylvester McCoy's umbrella, and that is Peter Davison's coat. But that's a whole nother thing. And I'll see you soon, hopefully. Enjoy Series 3 when it happens. When will it happen? Later this year.